Welcome back to Film Prompt Society. It has been a while, and I'm sure you can appreciate that the last year has not exactly left us feeling all that creative, so we had a little hiatus, but we're back. And on this return, we're changing things up a little bit. I think it was kind of a case of making a short film every month feels like a good idea for practice on paper, but in reality it just became a bit too much for most of us to keep up with. And once you missed a month or two, it was kind of demotivating. So we're trying to bring things back to practicing skills and learning together rather than necessarily trying to create a short film every month, because it's unsustainable, really. Not to say you can't make a short film for the prompt, but that's not what we're going to be focusing on. And also, to change things up a little bit, we're just running this as a 4-month series, so if you want to join in for just a month or two, or the full 4 months, or carry on when we start doing some new stuff afterwards, you are more than welcome to, but it's not such an ongoing commitment this time. So, what is the prompt? So, for this month, the theme is something old, and the idea for that is that we are taking things back to basics. That's right, friends. Whenever you started making videos, whether it was a few months ago, whether it was 10 years ago, we are going to look back at how we started, the technology we had available to us, the skills we had, the software, and try and recapture some of that. Maybe you want to recreate a video that you made, one of the first ones, maybe the first one that you made, your first film, maybe when you were a student and you were studying film and making probably what you now think was very cringy filmmaking stuff, but maybe revisit some of that. Maybe you've not been making all that long, and what would work better for you would be look back at the video content that you were absorbing when you were younger and using that to inspire something. So dig out your old webcam, smartphone, whatever it was you were started filming on, and let's have a go at recreating old school video making. The goal of this is to either see how far we've come or realise that with the limitations of older technology, but with the skills that you now have, you can make stuff that's better than what you used to make. Hopefully, we'll get something interesting out of this and reflect on how we've improved and how technology has changed and the expectations as well surrounding especially online social media videos and how there's such a higher standard for production now. So, what are the rules? Very similar to how we used to do it. We need you to upload a video to YouTube so that we can stick it in our playlist. This can be unlisted if you don't want it as a video on your channel. I'm sure I'll be doing it that way myself if I'm making something that's just a bit experimental. We used to be pretty flexible on the length and say that keep it under 3 minutes, but if you want to make it longer, that's okay. We're going to be a bit stricter on this now and say that 3 minutes is the absolute maximum, and ideally it should be less than a minute. The point is to be practicing and experimenting and trying new things, not making a full, complete piece. So it can be a little bit all over the place, a bit short, a bit abstract. If you want to make just a series of light tests and upload that is completely fine. That is the sort of thing that we can then discuss in the live stream, which we'll have at the end of the month. This used to also be quite flexible. We're now going to make this a hard deadline of the last day of the month. We will have a live stream and discuss everything that people have made in the last month. I think having a more firm deadline is probably beneficial to us, really. And of course, you're not limited to uploading this to YouTube. If you want to make a TikTok, go for it. The only thing is we do need it on YouTube to put into the playlist, but if you want to upload it elsewhere, so Instagram, I don't know where else people are putting short form videos these days, but you're more than welcome to do that. If you do have any questions, because I'm sure I've forgotten to say something, stick it down in the comments, and definitely go and join our Discord server, because that is where we're going to be having a lot of discussion this month, planning out what we're doing, having ideas, throwing things around, comparing our terrible old cameras and microphones. Can't wait to see what you make, and I'm looking forward to discussing it in the live stream at the end of the month. Join the Discord, have fun, experiment, and I'll look forward to seeing what you make.